Mr. Bowtie's Texas High School Sports Machine is driven by Henry Finley and McCombs Ford West, a proud supporter of all area local sports. McCombs Ford West, simply the best.
Hey folks, Mr. Bowtie here. Keep banging home that red subscribe button on your screen so that way you can stay up to date on all the great local sports coverage that TV and radio refuse to cover. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Mr. Bowtie 1982. It's fun, it's free, and it's safe for the environment. Thank you so much and enjoy the show.
It's always good to see them do their thing, especially volleyball and now basketball. And seeing the successes, unprecedented to the hard work they put in. So we're looking forward to keep it going and have a good playoff run here pretty soon.
I get to talk to them a lot during volleyball. I know they mention how close they are to you and how they look to you for advice. What advice do you give them? Because you went through this playing basketball at a high level at Wagner, going on to play D1 ball and playing in the pros. What advice have you been able to give them to help them on their journey?
Taking a day at a time. They're hard on themselves. They go out there, if they have a bad game, they're hard on themselves, try to kind of get down on themselves, pick it back up the next day in practice. But what I try to instill to them is, embrace it. Go with the ebbs and flows. At the same time, hold yourself to a high standard and know that you can always do better. So, some days you might not have it, but, effort, energy, and things are some of the things you can control. So they go out there and do that at a high level.
I know it's tough when you're trying to get to the pros and stay in the pros. I mean, update us on what your journey has been as you're trying to get back to the league.
Right now I'm just kind of taking a mental break for myself and physical break. After I went down with that injury back in 2017, 2018, tore my patellar tendon. So it's been a long journey trying to get back and healthy from that, and finally am. And right now I'm just kind of embracing the healthy side of everything, just not ripping and running around, seeing doctors and stuff like that. So kind of feels good, and finally get a chance to see my sisters play for the first time outside of AAU and here and there. So it feels good to kind of be invested, especially one of my sisters' senior year. So it feels great.
This will always be a Spurs time, but we have a lot of great individual players. Of course, Wagner's a factory for it, boys and girls. Jordan Burns is in the D-League trying to get in. Guys like Jordan Clarkson who are in the NBA. Do you guys kind of stay together like we see the NFL guys in football? Do you guys kind of stick together? And how do you help these guys out, both that are in the pros, those trying to get to the pros, and that sort of thing?
Of course. NBA is a brotherhood itself, and let alone San Antonio's has its own culture. So, we're always here for each other, as well as George King as well, still going at it. So, we see each other very often, all kind of in the same lane and same path. So, whenever we have something, we throw off each other and so on and so forth. So, yeah.
There's a guy, Austin Nunez, I've gotten to know, a good friend of mine. He's going to go to Arizona State from Wagner. I know he's trying to break all y'all's records. Now that has to continue that to feel great with that Wagner tradition. They've got a freshman on the girls' side, L.A. Sneed, who probably will be a big thing. That has to help make you feel good that this Wagner basketball factory is continuing to turn out such good players on both sides of the ball.
100%. And that's just a product of their environment, man. They got great coaching and, a lot of people over there that care about the kids' success. So they're in great hands. And hopefully they can beat the ultimate record in winning state. So that's one wish I got for them.